I'm tired of being hurt by people that I thought were my friends. Why do I keep attracting toxic relationships? I found this question and I decided that today we're going to shed more light, bring clarity, give answers to these questions. All right, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a new subscriber, you're welcome in Jesus' name. And if you've subscribed before now, you're also welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you come back to gain value, get insights on this channel. So, we want to talk about why people attract toxicity. Why do you think that toxic people that are toxic basically are attracted to you, or they come closer to you, or they are the ones that you attract the most? I must first of all acknowledge that it's a very difficult place to be when you are stuck in a cycle of pain and frustration. But here's the truth: you caused it. And if you're wondering what I mean by you caused it, I mean that you tolerated toxicity, and that's why toxicity multiplied. See, it is a very simple thing to understand. You attract what you tolerate, and whatever you get to tolerate has a ripple effect of multiplying. It has the power, the strength of multiplying. So let's take Emma as a case study. Here's Emma. She had a friend, Priscilla, who would often cancel plans at the last minute or show up to event late without apologizing. Emma would feel very frustrated and disrespected, just like anybody will, but she would just brush it off and try to be an understanding friend. However, one day, Emma realized that she was tired of being treated like a trash. She realized that she was tired of being treated the way Priscilla was treating her. So she decided to have an open and honest conversation with Priscilla about her feelings with regards to their relationship. Emma told Priscilla that she valued their friendship, but she needed more respect and consideration. So she asked to please commit to showing up on time and communicating if she needed to cancel plans. Priscilla apologized and they moved on in the friendship. After the apology from Priscilla, she still continued to cancel plans without notice and went late for any engagements that they had. And it was at that point that Emma realized that she needed to set firmer boundaries with Priscilla. She decided to limit her interactions with Priscilla and prioritize friendships with people who respected her time and her feelings. And interestingly, as Emma distanced herself and focused on nurturing other relationships, she noticed that there are even more people. It was not just Priscilla that was the toxic one. There were even more toxic people, but she was getting used to it already because Priscilla was doing it and they were also doing it. So it was becoming the norm so much that she was now ignoring the friendships that mattered, that were giving her time, that were giving her everything that she was giving in return. So as she distanced herself from Priscilla and focused on nurturing other relationships, she then realized that she had reliable, supportive, and respectful friends who she didn't pay attention to. And these friends would always show up on time, listen to her actively, and prioritize their commitments towards their friendships, just as she would do. Emma's decision to set boundaries and prioritize her own needs had a profound impact on her life. She felt more confident, more respected, and valued her relationships. By being more intentional about the company that she kept, Emma created space for positive, uplifting relationships that nourished her mind, heart, and her soul. See, once again, what you tolerate is what multiplies. If you allow one person to treat you as nonsense, it's a call to more people to treat you as such. If you allow one person to waste your time, it's a call to that person to keep wasting your time, and a call to even more time wasters. So you see why I said that it is your fault. I need you to create boundaries and let people know what you want them to do part time in your house. I'm going to use my house as an illustration to drive this message in better to every one of us. In my house, there is the reception before the sitting room. That reception is for visitors. They dare not go beyond the reception, while family members and close friends can progress to the living room, not to the bedrooms, right? That is a means of creating boundaries. That's what we call boundaries. And the truth is that it did not just happen. It happened because we had to let them know. Once they came into my house, or once you come into my house, I direct you accordingly and instruct you that this is where you stay. Oh, welcome. You can have your seat. I'll be right back. Please sit down. If you want to use the toilet or the restroom, as the case may be, you can use the restroom. It's over there. So I don't go inside and you come after me to the sitting room. It is not done. Right? So it's about directing these people, and they listen. They don't have a say. It's about setting standards for your peace and the betterment of everyone. A visitor cannot come and question whatever it is I tell them to do, because it is my house. They have no say over the rules and regulations there. Right? So it's your duty to set your boundaries. One, it's your duty to speak up about it, tell people about it, communicate it to them, right? And it is their own duty to follow your boundaries. You don't need to change who you are for anybody. How many times are you even going to change who you are? Are you not tired of getting frustrated, pretending to be who you are not? All you need to do is to raise the standards. And if you keep attracting toxic people, ask yourself, who am I? Do I have any toxic traits? Because most of the time, it's because you are toxic that you attract toxic people. Some of the times, in fact, almost every time, who you are is who you attract. What you are is what you attract. So if you keep on attracting toxic people, ask yourself, who am I? Do I have toxic traits? Do I have anything in me that looks toxic that has been attracting these people? Or is it that I have not been setting enough boundaries? I've been accepting toxic people, so other toxic people see that, oh, this is a very great place for me to stay. Let me come and join these other toxic people. Let's make a team so that we can be with this person, right? So are you setting the right boundaries? Ask yourself that question as well. You also need to ask yourself, what kind of relationship do I want to attract? What kind of people do I want to attract? And the truth is that you might not have had an idea all this while, and that's why anybody just comes, goes to your reception, moves to the parlor, litter it, goes to the kitchen, prepares indomie in the kitchen, mess it all up, and then goes to your backyard and goes out through the gate, leaving you frustrated and drained. Ask yourself, what kind of people do I want to surround myself with? Caring, understanding, authentic, time wasters, procrastinators, go-getters? Ask yourself and answer these questions. Don't you assume that you know the answers to these questions. If it takes getting a book and a pen to write the answers to these questions down, and then ponder on the people in your life. Are these the kind of people that you said you want? If there are people that you see that, or they are not the kind of people that you want, they are not the kind of people that are aligned with your value system and with who you are, then you can begin to know what to do with them. So when you come to that stage where you realize that this particular set of people, or some people, are in your life and they've not been obeying, or they've been going beyond their bounds in your life, they've not been respecting your boundaries basically, or they don't share the same value system like you do, you then need to ask yourself, what kind of boundaries do you want to set? Because the kind of people in your life determines the kind of boundaries you want to set. There are some people that you don't really need to go too far. You don't need to shout about it. You don't need to stress about it. You just need to excuse them, eject them from your life. Why? Because number one, they don't have value systems that look like yours, and it's not like they want to adopt or adapt to your value system. Number two, they are not ready to respect your boundaries. They are not ready to stick to your boundaries. They still want to do anything they like as they want. They want to stay where they want in your life. They want to say what they want about your life, which is not supposed to be. So what do you do to this kind of people? You eject them from your life. Let them go. Let them go. There are other sets of people that you just have to classify them in stratas. Know how much time you want to spend with this person, know how much you want to give into this person, know how much resource, time, effort you want to give into your relationship with that person, right? You can classify them as acquaintances, friends, family members, colleagues, workmates, so that you can determine who you give more of your time to, your time, energy, and resources. Not everybody that helps you is your friend. Not everybody that smiles at you is your friend. Not everybody that says good morning is your friend, right? People can just be your flatmate, your colleague, and they are nice to you and they are not your friends. You don't have to convert every nice, kind person to become your friend. That might be the mistake you are also making, because they are nice at you at first, and when you begin to give in your all, you want to begin to show gestures of a friend, they are not having it because they don't see you as friends. They were just kind to you on a normal level. It's okay to be kind even to people that are not your friends. So all you have to do after this video is to identify toxic patterns. What are the toxic patterns that you recognize? What are some patterns that is not serving you? What are some habits from friends, people around you that are not serving you? So identify what is not serving you. There are people that are just there, they are dormant, passive until they want to ask you for money, and they become very active, and all of a sudden if you don't help them, you become the bad person, you become the bad friend, and they've not been acting like your friends before, but it's because you allowed them. So those kind of people, you need to do away with them. I recently had to have a review on the friends that I had in my life. I realized that there were some that were kind of passive, and I was not sure if they were here nor there. So I had to reach out to say, oh, this is what I observed. Do you think this friendship is still worth it? Should we still go ahead? And all that. And the responses I got determined how we moved on. Maybe we had to just say goodbye, or we could still continue. So you can do that as well. Know what is not serving you. Walk up to these friends and tell them, oh, this is how it is, this is how I feel. Have a conversation, and whatever the result of the conversation is will be a pointer to you if you should do away with them, let them go, or continue with the relationship on a new note. You need to set boundaries. Know those people you want to allow into your life, people that can call you at any time and you pick the call, people that you have a time and you're telling them, oh, this time you cannot. So this is another way to define boundary. You are telling people that I love you so much, Lade. I love you so much that I don't want to be in a situation where I get to hate you or dislike you. So for you not to be hated by me, this is where you are going to stay. This is where you are going to stay and where you are going to act, what you are going to do, that you won't be hated by me. Right? That is boundary. Putting people in a place where you don't get to dislike them, detest them, or detest their action, where you are sure that if you are here, there's nothing that is going to go wrong, and it's for both parties. So after setting your boundaries basically and executing them, you also need to begin to cultivate the habit of saying no to things you are not interested in. Parties, hangouts, gossip. There are things that are very good and interesting, but you don't just want to go. There are times when people invite me for wedding ceremonies and I'm not just interested. And sometimes I go for the wedding ceremonies, but I don't wear the same clothes like they do. You can't force me to pay money for that. Right? So it's because I've created a boundary. This is how much and how far I can go for this person, and this is how close, how short I can contribute towards this person's success because of who they are to me, what they are to me. One thing the boundaries help you to do is that it helps you to filter the wanted from the needed, those that you want and those that you need, right? And it also helps you to focus on what matters the most, what truly matters. Imagine when we drink pap, when we drink ogi, pap, right? Imagine drinking the pap with the chaff. You won't be healthy, right? So you need to get a sieve, that white substance, that white cloth. You need to get that sieve, then pour it inside so that it's going to distinguish the chaff from the real substance, the pap that you get to prepare. That's also what boundaries help you to do. It helps you to filter those that really matter, those that are really there from those that are not there, those that will honor you from those that will not honor you. Boundaries also helps you to ensure that you have positive influences around you always. always, right? So it is very important that you surround yourself with positive and supportive people around you, people like yourself. And it's why you should also check yourself. It's a call for you to check yourself. Check yourself. Are you a person that you would want to be friends with? Are you that person? Are you becoming that person that you would want to be friends with? You see good friendships and you're like, wow, I love this friendship. Are you that person? Are you that friend? Are you what you are looking for, what you are looking out for in other people? Ask yourself that question. So setting boundaries is one, then looking out for yourself. Ensure that you are not toxic as well. Ensure that you are a supportive person. Ensure that you are a good friend, a true friend to the core as well. So it won't be that you are just looking, oh, why are you attracting toxic people? And it will not be that the problem is with you. So I hope by now you understand and you know why you might be attracting toxic people. You know what to do to let go of them. And if the issue is with you, you also know what to do about it. Check in yourself, examine yourself. Don't lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself, you keep having the same problems. But if you tell yourself the truth and you work on it, then things are going to change. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode, on this session. I hope that you've learned. And I want to see whatever it is that you've learned in the comment section. Let me know what stood out for you. Let me know what questions you have. I can also bring up whatever questions you ask and answer them just like I've done justice to this. And if you still have areas of clarifications, let me know in the comment section. Ensure you like, ensure you share, ensure you comment, and ensure you subscribe if you haven't. So yes, that's basically it on today's episode. I hope that you find peace when you set boundaries, and I hope that you don't begin to think that boundaries are doing too much. No, they are not doing too much. Set boundaries and respect the boundaries of other people who are setting their boundaries. It's two-way, right? Until we see you later, this will be my bye for now.